And now to the ongoing situation in Syria. We are learning more about the Trump administration's fiery response to Tuesday's deadly chemical attack.
Here's CBS 2's Kenneth Craig.
U.S. warships launched 59 cruise missiles overnight at an airbase in western Syria. The strike targeted the airfield where the plane that dropped deadly gas on civilians is believed to have taken off from. The Pentagon says the attack rendered the airfield unusable and that Syria did not have time to move planes before the missiles hit. President Trump is in Florida for meetings with the Chinese president. Last night, he explained why the strikes were necessary.
It is in this vital national security interest of the United States to prevent and deter the spread and use of deadly chemical weapons.
Syria says the missiles killed 7 people. The office of the Syrian president calls the strike reckless and irresponsible. Russia describes the U.S. action as an act of aggression in violation of international law. The United Nations Security Council is meeting today to discuss the crisis. The president ordered the strikes without the backing of the UN or prior approval from Congress. Some lawmakers say the president should have consulted with Congress, but Senator Marco Rubio supports the response and wants President Bashar Assad removed from office.
He's a war criminal, and he should be brought into international justice.
Tuesday's gas attack killed more than 80 Syrian civilians, many of them children. Kenneth Craig, CBS 2 News.
And here in the Chicago area, the view from Syrian-Americans. Those we've spoken with say for the most part they're happy the U.S. launched the strike.
Yeah, someone in Washington to keep sending that clear message to Damascus. CBS 2's Mike Puccinelli joining us live from the newsroom with more on that. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. It's a message about chemical weapons that the Syrian-American Medical Society doctor we caught up with this morning says had to be sent.
I think the message that was sent or should be sent is that chemical weapons cannot be used with impunity.
And that message came in the form of 59 cruise missiles that were fired at the airfield from which the Trump administration says earlier this week Syria launched its chemical weapons attack. The missiles were fired from 2 Navy ships docked in the Mediterranean. The Russians were warned ahead of time so they could move their personnel out of the base before the aircraft and infrastructure targets were blown up. Syrian activists say a lot more is at stake than just Syrian lives.
It's not just a matter of Syria and its own business. There's the refugee crisis. There's the growth of ISIS in Syria that's been caused by the failure of the international community to intervene in Syria.
Dr. Akris's first cousin is among the more than 400,000 people who've died in the 6-year war. The war has also created the largest refugee crisis since World War II, involving more than 5 million people. Reporting in the newsroom, Mike Puccinelli, CBS 2 News. Lionel, Aaron?
All right, Mike, thank you very much.